All right, so this update is for anyone that bought the Whitedove report, the recent Whitedove report. I get an email from them from Michelle and Shantae, which is her assistant or whatever, manager, whatever you want to, whatever her title technically is. Here's an update. So I hope you can talk about this for the people who got the report, or whatever. Everyone is commenting how helpful it is. There's a message that Michelle needs to get out. Okay. Hey Joe, there's some movement happening just after the report was released. Did you see it? Page 13, that new coin that Spirit had given me info on for the first time. By the way, it's the second coin on page 13. About a week ago when we did the reading, the first report, this new coin is playing out in real time. Since I made the prediction just a few days ago, it's going up. So this update below is time sensitive. You know, I've not done an update like this before. It's not something that I would traditionally do, but it will help people. Please just read them the update. It will show people where to look. Page 13, the second coin. There's a couple more, but I did look, and it was a coin that I had not been paying attention to myself. I don't think anyone's even asked me about it. And to get a bunch of questions to Michelle, I asked my patrons. I said, guys, and it was actually kind of short notice because Pete's like, dude, I'm talking to her on the 28th. So I think I posted on the 26th of February. Give me some questions for Michelle like that night. And then the next day, whatever it was, I got a crap ton of questions. I copied every single thing that was on the entire page, dumped it in an email, and just said, Pete, here you go. I didn't sort it. I didn't cut stuff out. I was like, I don't know what they've asked. I mean, I scanned through some of it, but I'm like, you want it fast, here it is. You're going to have to go through it. He goes, oh my God, there's a few hundred questions total. Of course, some of them were repeating and that kind of thing. But one of the things she just said here was this, page 13, that new coin that Spirit had given me info on. This was a coin. She says on page 13, look again, the second coin on that page. Spirit had randomly brought to my attention. No one brought this to me in the hundreds of questions you ultimately gave me. It just randomly came up during the reading. As I wrote 7 days ago, this coin, it is real, and no, it's not a fake move. And for those that have seen the 30% gain since publishing this report, make sure to treat it like other coins and take profits as it goes up. Continually take some profits. So I thought, man, did I sent Pete the whole page of questions, and I thought, well, maybe someone did slip that question in. Maybe Pete just didn't give it to her. And so I had the email I sent Pete. No, I copied everything out of the email, dumped it into a Word document so I could do a find, find Alt Control F to find certain text. And I searched for the coin, second one on page 13, and it never came up. The coin name never came up, which means nobody asked her about this coin. She said, Spirit had randomly brought to my attention. Look again at the second page, the second coin on the page 13. Spirit had randomly brought it to my attention. No one brought this to me in the hundreds of questions you gave me. I thought, I believe her. She's not going to lie to me, but I got to do my due diligence. So I went and looked. There was no question whatsoever asked about this coin. This reminded me of Theta. Nobody asked her about Theta. She was giving a reading back, what was it, January or February of 2018. That's when the whole thing started. That's when I first got to meet her and talk to her, and Pete hooked me up with her and all that. And she was giving somebody else that Pete knew, like a friend of the family, acquaintance or whatever, a reading about their financials. And I think they had some crypto too, a few coins. And they were asking her about the coins, and she was like, yeah, that's a good one, whatever. And then she goes, because she told me how it went. Spirit comes in, Theta coin. All right, so she's done with the reading, but at the end she says, can you get Pete to call me? When we're done with this reading, go ahead and have him call me. So they hang up. Hey, Pete, she wants you to call her. Pete was like, he's telling me, like, I've never had to call her. She just calls me when it's my turn for my reading. That's the extent of it. And first words out of her mouth, Pete, there's a coin called Theta coin. This one's going to make you rich. What is this coin? Can you get it? He's like, I've never heard of it. I'll have to ask my friend Joe and blah, blah, blah. And again, I told you the story before. That's how I got involved. I helped them get Theta. I'm actually about to help them Friday move the Theta to their wallet. their phone wallet. I'm going to help them out, Shantae and Michelle and them, just to make sure they're doing it right and all that good stuff. So it was kind of like that. So I just knew immediately. I said, I've got to become friends with this lady. I'm psychic woo woo. She won the TV show. She must be really good, that kind of thing. And so I'm just going to tell you, I looked at the coin after getting this email today, and today's Wednesday evening now. So tomorrow you'll see this video. And she was doing the reading with Pete on the 28th February, even though we released the report a few days later, because she has to go back. What people don't realize is she will go back 2 and maybe even 3 times. She'll get all prayed up like she does in the morning or whatever to get ready to do her readings. So she does that and then goes over the document that Pete and her did to basically go back over it with just her and her spirit guides. Was that right? Was that okay? In case she's like, oh, I misinterpreted that. Let me change that. This particular report, I don't know if she's had to change anything. It was just like, nope, it's ready to go. And next thing I know, I get an email. Okay, Joe, here's the report, pretty quickly. But why I'm telling you that is this particular coin, I looked the morning of the 28th, it was down here at a certain price. It had gone up, was it a 3x? It almost did a 3x, I think. Nearly a 3x or close to it. And then it came down a little bit, and then now we're on March, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever. And then it went right back up. It did another nice gain. And I think that's why she was saying, is it fake? Is this a fake move? Whatever, because she was probably looking at it after she was doing her proofreading. Oh, it went back up again. Is this fake? Is it, no, it's real. This is the real deal. Spirit gave me this one. So I'm just bringing that up because out of all the coins, well, you could say, well, Joe, the whole market was going up, a couple days ago, or whatever it was. Yeah, I'm talking the 28th. Go look at the market from the 28th to like today, and you'll see this one coin goes up, comes down a little bit, and then goes back up. I looked at other coins. They didn't do that. I'm telling you this because, it would be a little different if it was one of the questions that was asked. Hey, how about this coin? How about that coin? Oh, how about Litecoin? And then she replies, hey, I told you Litecoin was a good one. Did you see it was going up today? Another, well, the whole market kind of moved up, right? I'd honestly, if that was the case, I'd be like, I got to be honest with you, Michelle, the whole market kind of went up today. I don't think we should post that. I don't think I should do a video or even talk about it. I'd say it, I don't think it'd be a good idea because the whole market went up. You picked one coin that you talked about. You talked about a bunch of coins. She talked about a coin nobody even asked her about. And again, if you have the report, page 13, second coin, take a look. Go back. You'll see what I'm talking about. Pretty amazing. So she said, I just want to bring to everyone's attention again, there's a few pages I want you to reread. And page 4 and 5, find key information for the next several days, especially now. Page 6, just check the Litecoin and Digibyte details and write-ups. Page 8 and 9, the section on where we are now, whatever, and traditional market patterns will break down, meaning what worked before in trading will not be an indicator of what works in the future. Now that one is kind of mind-effing me right now because I've got an indicator that seems to be pretty good with these market moves. And I'm waiting for further dumpage, by the way. We had the not little, it was a 15-20% drop the other day. Market went down another 5% or so, then it rallied back 6%, whatever. And it's basically back where it was when the first dump happened, meaning after the dump is where it's sitting now. Bitcoin Cash is probably around $130 or so. So I have a problem because the psychics, their timing, all of them has been off. They admitted, hey, look, they gave us timing, so we repeated it. They didn't give us timing, which they usually don't, we wouldn't repeat it. We wouldn't make something up. But they gave us timing, so we said it. It's what she said. Same thing with Sharon Michelle. I mean, everybody. Desiree, remember her big red coin move was going to come? Never happened. Now, of course, my mom even is now saying there's going to be a big move in red coin, and so they still all feel it. It's just not here yet. So again, timing, I get it. So where I'm messed with right now is I want to listen to this indicator because it's done me right here so recently for sure. And looking back at past data on this indicator, I'm like, wow, it's pretty much a little bit in advance. You have enough notice to like, okay, I think we're going to have an issue here. The market's either going to dump or pump based on this indicator, what it's saying. So I'm actually, like I've been saying, I'm still expecting some more downside. I just don't know how much more. But I'll be honest, if we see another 15 or 20% drop, I might have to just bite the bullet and jump in, even if it goes down even more. What if we don't see that? What if what she's saying is actually going to be taking place now? Or I'm waiting on this indicator. Hey, it's been right this whole damn time. You know, I didn't have the indicator the whole time, unfortunately, or I'd probably made a fortune for myself and everybody else following this damn thing. But what if all of a sudden, like she says, these things people charting and it's not going to work. The old ways of looking at this and figuring out it's not going to work. That's coming. Question is, when is it coming? Is her timing off that it's going to be in a year from now? Is it 6 months from now? Or is it fixed to happen this month? When I don't want it to happen right now, because I do, you know, as much as I want ultimately cryptos to go up, I'm in a position now where, you know what, let them dump. Go ahead and dump one more time, and then let's ride these suckers up. So you make money up and down, right? You can make money both ways. But I'm seeing that, and I'm like, that's not what I want to hear. So it's mind effing me right now. But I want to tell you, I'm still out of that market. And I don't mean my whole bag. I had a third that I played with. That was a whole game. I'm playing the trading game with a third of my bag, not the whole damn bag. Man, I just want to make this one more. Give us this one more move down, and then boom. All right, hodl. Get my, you know, the coins that we're talking about. Anyways, a couple more things. Page 11 and 12, her strategy section, my strategy section. See my time-sensitive focus. Page 13, again, look at that second coin. I already read that part. Page 22. Section on being prepared and preparedness. People need to know there's something in the air. Joe, please let them know, everyone know, that I wish them much success in creating wealth for their future and their families. It's going to happen. Just stay positive and say a little prayer of gratitude. Thank you so much, Joe. Sending you and everyone much love. So, and now of course I'll put my link up to the crypto class website or whatever for this, but I keep forgetting to do that over the last few days when the report's out. And I get people, where's the report? Oh, it's right there, and it's into my description box or whatever. But anyways, I'll tell you, I read, you know, do my live stream the other day, and the being preparedness section, you know, and we're hearing about EMPs and stuff, and I think she even talks about that in her report. And I thought, you know, the deep state is effed. They're in trouble. What does the deep state always do when they need something to go away or whatever? They do a huge false flag. And based off what I read from her report, on that section especially, I feel like if there's ever a time that the deep state needs a false flag, it's coming soon. If Trump starts this whole process, people start getting indicted and all that stuff, deep staters, they need something to take the grid down. You know what I'm saying? That would stop some progress, wouldn't it? And my wife and I were just outside a little while ago talking, and I said, you know, we don't have the RV anymore. We sold that, and I was like, but I'll tell you, I've been feeling like we do need to get a generator. We seriously should get a generator. And I thought, where the RV was, my good friend Dave, a different Dave, who hooked me up with all the wiring. I told you about that a while back. Came out, brought a bunch of electrical stuff and wiring and hooked me up. I've got a nice, you know, 50 amp or whatever more outlet right there. And I thought, oh, you could backfeed the house essentially through there, right? If the grid went down, you could just use that. And I would need to shut the main power off to the grid, of course, but that's okay. You know, flip that off and turn your generator on, get a little transfer switch or whatever. And I thought, well, I could just get a regular, you know, 10,000 watt generator or whatever, gas. I'm not sure that they make a diesel. They might. But I thought, well, wait a minute. You could still do the old propane thing. Get a 250 gallon propane tank, set it right there. The generator's right next to it. You have a line going right to the generator. And then the generator essentially would be plugged in to the outlet, although you're not going to plug it in. I don't need to plug it in until I need to use the thing, of course. And if I got like a manual transfer switch set up or whatever, flip the switch, okay, go out there, turn the generator on, boom, we're good. It's going to suck off, you know, the 250 gallon tank or whatever, And they say those things can last, 15, 20 days using the propane, like just about nonstop running kind of a thing. But I'll be honest, I'd probably be lenient on it, on the old girl. I wouldn't just be living the life of luxury because we could. Oh, turn the air on and let's tone down a little bit. Who knows? Especially if something bad happens at EMP or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's been on my mind lately, and I think I'm gonna act on that. To be honest with you, especially after reading her report again and her emailing me today, guys. Joe, just tell everybody that's bought the report. Just focus on these few pages, and especially this preparedness one. Okay. I'll talk about that. I'll do a video. Don't worry. And again, I think I talked about that part in my live stream video the other day. So the EMP thing, I think I spoke about that. Or something similar. Doesn't have to be exactly an EMP or whatever. So and if you recall, Penny Kelly, remember she was saying, oh, the network, if the network goes down back in the 80s, she didn't know what the network meant. It's the internet. She kept talking about, if they could take it down, we've got to do everything we can to bring it back up. Everything we can to bring it back up. Well, if the power goes out, internet's going down with it, isn't it? So it made me think of her too. Like, Penny Kelly, she said it's stuff, there's going to be some stuff we have to deal with. The good times are going to be coming, but boy, we're going to have to deal with some stuff. So even she felt the same way, even though there was like a timeline shift, she felt positive about, she still felt like there's crap coming. And we talked about that in some of the interviews I did with her, Penny Kelly. So anyways, I will put the Cryptos class link up in the description box in case, so you don't have to ask, like for sure it's there, I'll make sure it's at the top instead of hidden the next line down or whatever. So that's about it. Take care.